The lackadaisical noontime ended up giving way to mind-numbing afternoon classes. Rebounding from yesterday's hunger, I had too much for lunch today, leaving me in a horrible condition. I might have gorged myself a bit too much. Well, I'll have to endure afternoon classes. Keiji-kun, you had an amazing appetite today. Basically, you always eat like a pig, but today was a whole different level. Yesterday I skipped lunch, right? That hunger just soaked right in. This time, no matter how much I ate, my hunger knew no bounds. I get you. But really, Keiji, you always finish your lunch down to the last bite. Heck, even down to the last grain of rice. With food, you show your appreciation for the person who made it by eating it, you know. If you leave any behind, it's rude to the person who put all that effort in. Hearing that, Mion's eyes momentarily widened in surprise, followed by a cool laugh. How do you do a cool laugh? K-Jack, really? At first glance you seem unruly and irresponsible, but you're actually pretty conscientious. Well, disciplined or something like that. Yeah, Redder thinks so too. Keiji-kun is a lot kinder than he looks. Both of them were probably trying to compliment me, but I had a strange feeling that he wasn't being complimented at all. That's not true. I just wanted to say that there's a big gap between your appearance and your personality. And I'm saying that's not a compliment. Hey, Sonozaki, my Barakun, we're in the middle of class. How far did you get, Sonozaki-san? Bring your notes up here. Startled, Mion vocalized a rather easy to understand utterance. She was so enthralled in the conversation she had stopped working completely. Doing alright? Yeah. You haven't progressed at all. You're in the highest grade, so you have to shape up. That's Mion. It looks like she's getting lectured. Poor bastard. What? Is that to Mion? Appearances can be deceiving, in other words. Actually, appearance might be the opposite of reality. I think that line will summarize this entire story up. You say some interesting things. Responding to Redder's seemingly profound statement, I turned my gaze to where Sakuto was happily studying together with Rika-chan. Are you saying that brat Sakuto is actually really meek? If I went by that, if I went by what Redder literally said, then that would be the case. I could hardly imagine Sakuto being meek and gentle like a girl in some fairy tale. Sakuto-chan's been rude lately, but a while ago she was pretty different. She acted really spoiled and always, yep. Keep this secret from Sakuto-chan, okay? That's Sakuto acting so cute. For Sakuto to play coy, I think that would have to be some part of. I think that would have to be a part of some calculated plot. Even if she was to hide behind. Even if she was to hide behind someone, I wouldn't think it was because she was attached to them. But since it came up, I tried to imagine a gentle, coitish Sakuto. Oh no, we're headed into dreamland now. Bye bye reality. Okay, let's see what dreamland delusion we have today. Hey Sakuto. What's up on yourself? Sakuto smiled cutely and walked towards me. By the way, for every 3 steps forward Sakuto took, for some reason I took 3 steps away. Oni-sama, why are you running away? Sorry Sakuto. For you to approach me with an affectionate smile on your face, I just have to think it's some sort of trap. That's so mean. Oni-sama, you meanie. Wow. So sorry. I didn't intend to be so mean. The weeping Sakato came closer to me. I'm a sucker for tears. Click. And followed by a clank. A bear trap, eh? My leg was being clamped down by a jagged metal sheath. You fell for it. Now for the next part. Sakato raised her right arm triumphantly as traps began to trigger one after another. Suddenly the wall sprang forward, throwing me 3 blocks away. And there I saw a giant metal ball covered in spikes, hurtling towards me. Or hurtling towards me. On top of that, the direction the ball would knock me into was a giant guillotine. And back to reality we go. Yay! I'm not really sure, but Keiji-kun, you're not thinking of anything completely ludicrous right now, are you? Not really. Not at all. That's a lie. You got the kind of look on your face that says, I'm gonna be crushed by a giant Spence. That's a very specific face you're gonna have to make for that one. You have the kind of look on your face that says, I'm going to be crushed by a giant spiked metal ball. How could my expression convey what I was thinking like that? Sorry. Imagining a meek and gentle Sakato is impossible right now. I'll try again when I'm in better shape. Next, I looked over at Rika-chan, who was working diligently on some kanji drills. In contrast to Sakato, her default state was meek and gentle. If Rika-chan came at me saying Oni-sama, I'd hug her tightly. I could get used to that. Keiji-kun, you're drooling. Sorry, let me just clean that up. And how about Rika-chan? Are you saying that her appearance is deceiving as well? Saying that out loud, I felt a tinge of doubts. Was Rika-chan really all so sweet? Despite her appearance, she really was quite sly. Sweetly. How do you put it? Evading things deftly? I get the feeling that Rika-chan isn't only just sweet. Her appearance is definitely deceiving. I couldn't put exactly what I was imagining into words, but Brenna managed to say what I wanted. She turned to me with an impish look in her eyes, like she was saying, you shouldn't say something like that. When Rika-chan grows up, I'm sure she'll become an incredible, devilish beauty with all men wrapped around her little finger. Don't you think that would be cool? Brenna said that light-heartedly, but I, as a man, couldn't laugh at that. The scary part about that was that it felt like it could be true. Noticing my gaze, Rika-chan turned towards me and let loose an angelic smile. Both Brenna and I, feeling as if that was directed towards us personally, had our hearts skip a beat. So cute. Brenna, your nose is bleeding. Clean that up here. Appearances can be deceiving, huh? Well then, what about our dear leader Mion? I stared at her as she tried to weasel her way out of her scolding by the teacher. By Brenna's theory that unrefined, calculating, conniving Mion also had a side to her that belied her appearance. Now what you're saying is that Mion, despite her appearance, is actually a good person. Mi-chan is a good person. Well, that is true. What I'm trying to say is, Yep. I know what you're trying to say, Keiji-kun. Catching on that I was struggling to express my feelings as words, Rena smiled even more brightly. She can just read it on your face, can't she? Know what? Mi-chan is mysterious, right? He's a girl, but it's like she's a guy. That's right. Mia was more aware that she was a girl, but it was exactly as Rena said. When Mia livened up the mood, it wasn't as though she felt like a guy or girl specifically, but a friend of the same gender. If she were a guy, we'd probably be like two peas in a pod. Although that's the same way it is right now. But you see, even that Mi-chan is actually really feminine. Rena, how much did Mion pay you to say that exactly? That's not true. Jeez, I'm trying to have a serious conversation, you know. Rena began to pout, and now probably wasn't the right time to joke around. Mi-chan is the club president, so she's trying hard to lead everybody. But she's really a very cute girl. I really don't want you to forget that, Keiji-kun. Rena's gaze focused off into the distance beyond where Mion was. A Mion that I met at Angel Mort was unimaginably different compared to the Mion that I normally knew. Flustered and hesitant from the unfamiliar job, it was a far cry from the brash and confident Mion. Even though she had to hurry to work, she went through all the trouble to bring me food when I was on the brink of starvation. And she did so not as Mion, but as Shion. What exactly is Shion to Mion? What kind of person it was Mion exactly? Keiji-kun probably couldn't even begin to imagine. As if to say it was our little secret, Rena held her finger up to her lips as she giggled. Mion, finally free from the teacher's preachings, yay, returned to her seat, cradling her head to hide her embarrassment. This old man, you see, thinks that grade school is enough for everything you need to study for in life. Saying that, she plopped down into her seat violently. Mia was actually really feminine, right? I wonder if I can meet Shion again. I wanted to talk to her again. Yay, end of school time for us. The principal waved around the bell that served as the school chime. The teacher rushed back to the blackboard and began to list everybody's homework assignments. Whoa, it looks like there's gonna be a lot of homework today, gotta buckle down. Well then, that means even Rena? Huh? What do you mean? Appearances can be deceiving. Will that apply to you too? Huh. There's a landmine you don't want to touch. Keiji-kun, how do you see me? How? The Rena Ruger that I knew sometimes took things too far, but was generally a kind and gentle, ideal girl. Really? Then that makes me happy, I guess. If she was the opposite of what she seemed, that would make her. And if I were really the opposite, just try saying it and I won't be mad. That's what I felt she meant. Rena is. Rena is. Even if you were the opposite, you'd still be Rena, right? This question shouldn't have been so nerve-wracking to answer. Maybe it was because the person in question was staring at me, but even saying that took a strange amount of effort. That's no fair, Keiji-kun. It bothers me when you say it that way. Perhaps, unable to endure my silence, Rena's face began to burn red with embarrassment. Rena! School's over! Keisha! Let's go home! Leon walked over and started to get ready to go home. whenever school is over, she really does get noticeably more energetic. I think most school